Welcome back everyone, I'm Kidblaze Games, welcome back to the Planet Crafter. I had a really good planet at the end of the last episode. We were going to build some fusion energy cells to go into procedural wrecks, because I've told you that procedural wrecks all have at least one reactor which needs at least one, sometimes two, sometimes three energy cells to get powered up, to open the doors so you can find all the loot in the wrecks. But it turns out we don't have enough stuff to make energy reactors. Each of them needs 3 Pulsar Quartz, and we have 1 Pulsar Quartz to our name. I've had a look at the unlock screen, and the recipe to build Pulsar Quartz opens at 175 GTI. I mean, number is going up pretty quick because we built over there in the distance 5 Tech 3 oxygen producing trees. I multiplied 4 of them by a whopping 1200. So to get to 175 GTI, I could just go AFK, but that's boring. What we're going to do, we're going to make more rockets, because we know we can do that. We've got enough stuff to make rockets. We've got like an abundance of rocket engines. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Let's do another 5 each of heat and pressure. Because why not? Why not make number go up with rockets? I mean, rockets are made from basic materials, and we have infinite basic materials. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Come on, number 4. Lift off, please. Thank you. That's 5. So that's all of our heaters multiplying by another 50 each. Number go up. Then we need to do the same with pressure, which is silicon. And we'll look at doing plants and oxygen as well, because why not? Rocket spam for the win. Whoops. Don't build your rockets too close, or they do that. Well, it's working, I think. Whoops. It'll despawn eventually, it'll work. Does mean we're going to have a very prolonged bombardment. Because these 10 rockets we've sent up, each of them produces a rocket meteor bombardment. 5 of them are going to be uranium, and 5 of them are going to be iridium. But we're not going to bother picking them up, because we don't need to. We've got Tech 3 drills producing them. We just don't need them that quickly. We have chests and chests full of... Did not pick up enough super alloy. We have chests and chests full of iridium and uranium rods. We don't need to pick up all this uranium. We just let it despawn. And each of these asteroid bombardments will happen sequentially, so we will get 10 of them. I believe that was like the second. And then in a little while, the next one will happen. Every few seconds we're going to get a meteor storm for the next half hour or so. So what happens when you spam rockets. Right, what are the numbers like now? Heat is now 4.5 million. Pressure is now 5 million. Number go up real fast. Okay, how many more rocket engines have we got in stock? 3, okay. Build another 2 rocket engines. Iridium rod, uranium, and that. Okay, we can now build circuit boards. That's cool. We'll build another 10 rocket engines, because why not? There we go. Yeah, the drones are taking them. What rockets are we making now? The planty ones, or the seed spreaders? Both of them are pretty much the same. Plant rocket, fertilizer, lerma, tree bark. Okay. There's your lermas. There's your tree bark. And there's your fertilizer. Now all we need is lots of super alloy. Right, let's go. Gonna brave getting hit in the face by an asteroid. I'm sure it'll be fine. Plant rocket number 4 going up. Then we'll do 5 seed spreaders after this. There we go. That's that done. Right, let's get some seed spreaders. Let's check the recipe first, you idiot. Bacteria, mutagen, tree bark. There's your tree bark. There's your mutagen. There's your bacteria. There's your rocket engines. And there's your super alloy. Alright, it turns out that launching 20 rockets doesn't really take that long at this stage of the game. This is us just chewing through all of the loot that we found. That's where all the iridium rods came from to make all this. The good thing about the logistics system is that not only do we have double chests here that are full, it's that the Tech 3 drills don't stop producing when these get full, because they have to fill up their own internal storage as well, which is not a huge double chest like the Tech 2 had. It is a small chest, but it is a buffer, so it means we have to chew through all the stuff that's in there and all the stuff that's in their internal storage before we actually run into them failing to supply things. So as long as we don't build all the same stuff all the time, that gives the extractors and the drones enough time to refill between construction. So we'll just build relatively small amounts of things. I have run out of super alloy, so we'll just get another 2 of that. And that will be another 20 rockets in space in about 10 minutes. And the terraformation index is going to be at 175 probably in about 5 seconds, which is amazing. Right, that goes in, that goes up. I wouldn't mind this one, so we'll go and do that. 2 circuit boards, 1 rocket engine, and 1 super alloy rod. That's the one that shows the drones on the map so I can see what they're doing. Because why not? 1 more rocket engine. Dankeschön. And 2 circuit boards and 1 super alloy rod. Done. Right, rocket 21 of the day. Drone visualization rocket. Weird looking thing, but okay. And away they go. This is still the meteor storms from the first rockets we sent up. We sent up many since then. Putting up the rockets was a very good idea, because by the time we've launched the 21st rocket, we have unlocked the Pulsar Quartz recipe. So let's build a butt ton of Pulsar Quartz. And Pulsar needs 1 osmium, 1 zeolite, 1 iridium, 1 uranium. All things that we have infinite access to. Have I set this to demand? No, because we didn't have the recipe. And now we do. Lovely. We need Pulsar Quartz so we can build energy cores, so we can get into the wrecks, so we can get money, so we can do the secret ending, because why not? We only have 6,000 money. We're going to need 250,000, which is not great. Okay, what's oxygen at now? Oxygen seems to be at 46 million. Heat is at 4.5 million. Pressure's at 5 million. Biomass is at 1.2 million. Yeah, oxygen production, 46.8 million. That's what we like to see. Insects is still absolutely appalling, because we've basically not built any. We haven't built the butterfly farms. Maybe we should do that now. Then while we're waiting for pulsars to get made, why not? Let's do 5 butterfly farms. Tech 2 fertilizer. That's the algae box you fill. Right, you've got 1 Tech 2 fertilizer, that's not great. Oh, we've got 2, which is enough for 2 of them. So we need another 3 Tech 2 of them, so let's do that. Drag the Pulsar Quartz out of the way. 1, 2... There's the 3 Tech 2 fertilizer we need. What else do we need? 5 zeolite and 5 bioplastic nuggets. We have 1. That's the second one being built. The drones have just whisked it away. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. And 5 zeolite. We'll have to come up here and get the one that the drones just grabbed. There we go. Got it. And 5 zeolite. And zeolite. And 5 butterfly larvae, of which we only have 2. God damn it! Right. Which is the best butterfly? 500 rare larvae mutagen fertilizer. Mutagen fertilizer. Lovely. Alright, so you go in here with this. Luckily they're insects, so they're not going to take long. While they're doing that, let's go and actually plant the insects out here with the beehives. Butterfly farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can get that. And you can get that. Now we do have the butterfly dome, which is full of the golden butterflies. So, if we have a look at the build menu, butterfly dome produces 20 insects a second. Butterfly farm is 75. So I would rather have the butterfly farms enhanced by the golden butterflies than this dome. So we'll go and do that. So these... Well, that was quite nice. It gave us a penga. Penga is 230. So we were trying to make Eliax, and as you see, the recipe for all of these is the same: a rare larvae, a mutagen, and a fertilizer. So you get a random one of these. So we were trying to build a Eliax, and we got a penga. That's just the way it goes. So what we'll do, we'll nip outside. We'll stick golden butterflies on the ends. There you go, there you go. And then we'll put whatever the best ones we invent outside, and the ones that are the least good inside. Now what we could do is put these pengas through here, and it will give us back the rare larvae, the mutagen, and the fertilizer. And then we can put them back through the incubator and keep re-rolling the dice until we get what we want. But you know what? Life's too short. Life's too short. I've got better things to do with my life, to be honest. But we can do that. I don't have to worry about going outside to drink now, because drones will instantly and automatically refill this. So I don't care. Right, let's go and plug in these little thingies here. 2 of them. And the butterfly farm outside will get whatever this thing is. It's hey, we got an A-mill. That'll do. That'll do. I can't be bothered to put them through the recycler and constantly re-roll until we get what we want. Life is just too short for that kind of nonsense. Right, put that one there, that one there. Purple in the middle, white, gold on the end. Insects go up. Big time. Right, now we actually have some Pulsar Quartz. Let's build 3 fusion energy cells if we have enough. Heyo! Right, good, excellent. Gonna take some more water with us. Do we want to build a base right outside? Why not? You've got infinite everything, just make your life easier. Okay, let's go. let's get into this wreck that we tried to get into last episode. That was exciting, wasn't it? We've launched 21 rockets. Terraformation index is going absolutely bonkers. Numbers go up very, very fast. We've even made some butterfly farms and put very good butterflies in them. We've invented some more butterflies, explained that they're random. Of course, we don't have to use the incubator. Once we get the habitat outside, that actually automatically generates random butterfly larvae. So we can periodically scrape that for the good ones. Right, before we go in there, let's build a base and storage and actually pretend we know what we're doing. I got all excited about being in the wreck. Locker storage there. Take everything, priority 1. Now the problem is, now that we do have the Pulsar and circuit board recipes, we'll have to go back to all of our old bases and tell them to supply again. Because when you tell it to supply all, it only tells you to supply all available recipes. So I'm still not seeing circuit boards on that. They should be showing up, but for some reason they're not. So we'd have to go to all of our old bases and tell the storage, turn on the torch you fool, and then tell the storage to scrape the circuit boards. Okay, that goes down. I usually like to do each level on its own. Right, there's a door there. So we've seen 2 of these doors. We're literally full already. Jolly good. We've got lots of iron, so why not? I'm not sure the drones are going to pick up the circuit boards. Because for some reason, when I mouse over this, I'm not seeing circuit boards on this list, even though we've just unlocked a recipe. Maybe they'll show up if we actually go home and craft one. I'm not quite sure how that mechanic works. Right, door there. Door there. Ladder go down. Let's just keep going left until we can go left no more. Oh, down some internal stairs. Yeah, these procedural wrecks can be pretty damn big. It's like bits of structure clipping through. These storage lockers are not actually storage lockers. Okay, so we came through and then round. Get rid of that. This is where it can be good to have things like flares. Aha, some Terra tokens. 500. Nice. So we came from here, turn left. Yeah, and these wrecks can be pretty damn big. And if you keep turning left and only left, sometimes they'll lead you in a loop. There's a door. And you don't want to get stuck in a loop, because that's bad. Okay, big room. Door. Problem is, once you've opened all the doors by turning on the reactor, you then have to find all the doors, which sometimes is not easy. Access card. Right, the way that these wrecks work is that the main loot in the big vault is hidden behind an access door, which requires a certain number of these access cards to open. There's another one there. Usually you find more access cards in the wreck than that wreck demands, so you can take them with you into the next wreck. In the absence of flares, I'm going to use uranium as flares. And I'm going to put all this absolute crap back in the boxes instead of just demolishing the boxes all the time. And I'm going to take iridium as well. Lerma seeds we don't know the recipe for yet, so we'll take them because we know we've been eating them. Speaking of eating, we'll do that and we'll drink. So green means we've been here and we've checked it. So if we see an iridium lying on the floor, that's a good thing. At least until it despawns. So we're still turning left. Aha! This is the vault. It needs one access card. Boom. Vault open. And we have 3 chests in this wreck. That's lovely. What's in here? Absolute trash. What's in here? 5,000 Terra tokens. Oh yeah. And another 5,000 Terra tokens. And some more food. Okay. We're now on 17,100 Terra tokens. This is why we do these. Okay, so we've seen that. We know we've been here. There are flares that you can build and then drop, but you cannot pick them back up. All you can do is deconstruct them. So why not just use uranium? It glows. And the good thing about the flares is that very similar to the beacons, you can choose their colour. So in the very large, very complicated procedural wrecks, you can, see this is a loop, you can map the place out with these things. Okay, green, we've been here. That may be the stairs we came down. This door looks like it's just opened, but it just opens into a loop that goes round itself. Okay. I think these are the stairs we came down. No, they're not, because we were not blocked in. Okay, like a big lounge meeting room thing. That's a screen. That door's not open. See, we haven't found a reactor in this place yet, and each of these wrecks does have a reactor. I have no idea where I am, by the way. I'm completely lost. Okay, we found another big room with trees in it. There's a loot box with nothing we need. All of that is automatically made. These are useless, so we'll just leave it. Another 2 Terra tokens, 100. Food will take. None of that will take. Maybe the Lerma seeds, although the speed at which a GTI is ticking up at the moment makes me think that we might be unlocking Lerma seed construction fairly quickly. Right, let's go down. Yeah, I usually don't like doing these wrecks. There's another 1,000 cash. I normally don't like doing these wrecks until there's a breathable atmosphere. Can you imagine being in here and having to carry like an entire inventory of oxygen bottles? There's another 100 cash in their little plant room. This must be the oxygen production facility. Right, so we've been here, come up here, have not exited through this door. Okay. Left, haven't been here because that's in the way. Haven't been here because that's in the way. Haven't been here, haven't been here. No point looking in the cupboards because there's never anything in these. Aha, we found the reactor. This only needs 1. Bam. Okay, so we found our way to the reactor. When you look on the map, there is no internal map. There is no map of these places. You either have to draw it with pen and paper, or bring flares and colour them, or some other method. We're using the drop uranium and hope for the best method. Have we seen this room before? I don't think we have. There's nothing in it. That's not a doorway, that's a screen. Okay, we've seen a lounge. Whether or not it was this lounge, we don't know. Hadn't been this way. It was not this lounge, because the lounge we came in had 2 exits. Or maybe it was, because there's seems to be an exit here, and this door has opened, and this door has opened. Okay, we're back up to the surface again. Okay, we'll offload. That door did not open. That door did not open. I'm not sure we've done all of that wreck. What we'll do, we'll go back in, and we'll turn to the right this time. Again, once we unlock the recipe for lerma seeds, we'll have to come back here and add them to the recipe for pickups. See, the drones are not picking up this, even though we have inventories for them, because they must be full. So that's good. So as well as the Tech 3 extractors holding goods for us, all these lockers are holding goods as well. So we can actually build quite a lot of stuff before we start running out. That door didn't open either. Okay. So now when we go down the ladder, we will turn right. Because obviously we have not been down this corridor because of all these beams. And we'll maybe have to turn left again and try and find all the apparently closed doors. Hey, that was easy. Came down the right hand corridor, nothing there. That's where we leave. So I think this door wasn't open last time we came here. Maybe it was. Yeah, I remember this, I remember this. We came left, came left, came left. But to be honest, since we have found the vault and opened the... Hey, look, there's another vault here. I was going to say, because we found the vault, I was just going to leave. But now I'm not. We'll try and find more of these doors, and maybe they've got vaults behind them as well. Yeah, we've been in here. Another 500 tokens, and more lerma seeds, and more water. We'll just drink it. We have not been down that corridor because it's blocked off. Okay, I can't remember how many of these doors we saw because I didn't write it down. I mean, people get really nerdy about procedural wrecks, and there's like how to do wrecks guides that are like thousands of pages long. There's all kinds of like spawn theory and other kinds of nonsense. But we have unlocked the water life collector, so that's good. We'll be able to make fish. But I'm not overly concerned about 100%ing all of these things. If I can find the reactor, turn it on, and find the vault and open it, I'm happy. And as long as I come out of the wreck with more access cards than I did when I came in, I'm also happy. So we've found 5 vaults in here. We've got a butt ton of cash, and we've got 1 spare access card. So I'm happy. We know we've been in here, retracing our steps. Okay, this is the ladder that leads up and out. Or does it? Yes, it is. Right, I'm declaring this wreck done. We are out of here. That was good. I enjoyed that. That was a profitable wreck. We'll just get rid of the uranium. Next loot box we find in whatever wreck we go to, we'll find more uranium, I'm sure of it. Speaking of next wrecks, right, we've done this one. Now we're going to go home, make another energy thing, and come down and do this, because we know that there's a reactor here, and it could need, some reactors need 3 energy cells, so I'm going to make 3. Hey, look, there's the drones being busy. They've disappeared because they've gone back to the drone control for a sleep. And there's some more. So they're obviously bringing cobalt. This guy's... Whoa! Something's sent out at the call. And the drones are on the way. These guys are bringing titanium. So yeah, it's nice. Aha! Speaking of procedural wrecks, we've just unlocked the portal generator. And that gives us infinite procedural wrecks. The way that works is that it consumes some of these quartzes, like the Pulsar, Magnetar, Blazar, Quasar and Solar, and it opens a portal to a random planet with one massive wreck in it. And the planets have actually got an outside area to explore as well, so you can find loot boxes outside and then go in the wreck, and they're good fun. We have got 19,400 money. I mean, we found like nearly 10,000 in that first wreck, and I'm quite happy with that. Let's see if we can make another energy cell. Probably not. No, we need more Pulsar Quartz. That's fine, we can make Pulsar Quartz. There we go, that's 3. We've got some water, got some food. We'll maybe bring one more water, because water is the biggest concern. We've got more food than we need. We probably won't need the oxygen. Before we go, we should actually make a water life collector, or 2, or 3. Silk super alloy bioplastic nugget. Right, let's make 6 bioplastic nuggets, and I'll go and collect the silk. 3 silk each, so we need 9 silk. That's the silk. What's it? Super alloy. And 2 bioplastic nuggets each. Jolly good. Right, let's go and build these in the lake. And these will just sit here and sift whatever aquatic life they can find from the water. Okay, we're going to have to set up their supply and demand. As we see, it's looking for phytoplankton, but it can find 3 different types of phytoplankton, A, B and C. It'll pull them at random. And it can also find fish eggs. And we use the phytoplankton to create fish in the incubator. So we're now going to have to go upstairs and use some of the empty lockers for the phytoplankton. Phyto A, Phyto B, Phyto C, fish eggs. Right, you demand phytoplankton A, priority 1. You demand phytoplankton B, priority 1. And you demand phytoplankton C, where is it? Priority 1. And you will demand fish eggs, which we don't have on the recipe board yet, but we will at some point. Right, that's that done. And now if we look in the incubator, chrome fish eggs need phytoplankton B, tick 3 mutagen and fertilizer. And these will go in the aquariums, which we have also unlocked. Aquariums are fairly large, they're a little bit larger than this. So I think if we expand upstairs, the only problem is we've got a row of lockers coming here. We do have a nice room here. So I think we'll build off another 2x2 room here. And then we'll access it only by a ladder. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I believe that's 3 iron and 3 titanium and 2 super alloy. Jolly good. How much is a ladder? A ladder's iron and cobalt. Iron, cobalt, bam. Aquarium section, go. Come on, jump jets, stop stuttering and sputtering. Because when we go upstairs, we can see the new stuff here. Or maybe we'll just not bother with the ladder and just deconstruct a locker. I can't think of what new resources we would need 3 more lockers for. Right, so this is going to be the aquariums. God damn. I'm trying to do wrecks and I'm just ending up doing aquariums instead. But you know what? It is important, so we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll build at least a couple of aquariums. Okay, what do we need for aquariums? T2 fertilizer, oxygen capsule, super ally circuit board. Right, circuit boards are upstairs. We'll do, how many of these are we going to do? 4? We'll go for 4 aquariums, why not? We don't have any T2 fertilizer here. Oxygen capsules we have here. They're coming from the gas extractor. And super alloy. And do we have any Tech 2 here? No, okay. 4 Tech 2 fertilizer coming right up. Right, let's make some aquariums. We'll just do them here. Q aquarium, as I said, they're fairly large. I'll just center them, why not? 1, and 2, and 3. And we can't center that one because that will block our access to the room. We can do it kind of here. Yeah, they're a bit of a pain in the ass because they take up so much room. Each of them can hold 2 fish eggs. So we need 8 phytoplankton B. We've got 1 already. Lots of phytoplankton B. Lots of phytoplankton C. Cool. Right, what else do we need for these fishy eggs? T3 mutagen and fertilizer. Okay, we've got T2 mutagen. We've got fertilizer. Okay. We're going to have to make a Tech 3 mutagen. And Tech 3 mutagen is produced by bacteria sample, nitrogen, sulfur. Well, that's all easy. We've got all that. Bam, there we go. So let's make some fish. Nice. They take the same length of time as insects, which is to say not very much. Now the fish eggs that these things harvest are not on the import-export menu because we don't have the recipe for them, which is a little bit annoying. But at least we have 3 fish eggs in hand that we manually harvested and another one coming right up from here. So at least we'll get some fish on the go, and this will be the first animals of our run. There they are. They grow up fast. They grow up instantly. Look, number go up. 12 grams a second. Yay! Number go up. So at least we're making some animals now. So you know, that's better than before. Hey, there's more phytoplankton. Can't remember what the recipe was. I think it was Tech 1 fertilizer. Yeah, and Tech 3 mutagen. We've definitely got lots of T1 fertilizer. And we know that Tech 3 mutagen's easy, so we'll just make another 2. Supposed to be exploring wrecks. Here we are, creating GM hybrid animals. Because that's how we roll. Right, we've got some of them, so that, and that. Go in there, wait for it to start. Go upstairs. Put the fish in the fish tank. I hope your 2 species don't fight each other. They don't, they'll be fine. So that's 12 a second. That's 8 a second, because the ones that we made are better than the ones we find in the wild, which is nice. No more phytoplankton bees come in, but that's to be expected. Can't get too greedy. So yeah, we're actually making fish, even though we're 54% of the way to the amphibian stage. I thought we should maybe make some fish. Biomass is going to start going up even faster. We'll get T5 heaters and T5 drills and an insect spreader rocket. We can now make a Sherox tree seed, which... what is that going to need? Sherox tree. Tree bark, mutagen, T2 mutagen. That's easy, because all these other ones have been consuming the seeds that we've only ever found through exploration and loot. Like all this Volnus plant, Arema, Tusca, Nulna, Pistera, Shanga, and Lerma, we've only been finding as loot, and now we can actually make our own. We produce our own tree bark, we produce our own mutagens, we produce our own T2 mutagens. So all these trees are now like obsolete. It's all about the Xerox trees. So if I can be bothered, and I may take the time, we may produce a shit ton of these Xerox seeds and replant all our forests to be a monocultured Xerox forest. And that will make oxygen number go up. Heyo! Right, apparently we're going to have to go and build more Tech 3 mutagens. Tech 3, that's not Tech 3 mutagens, this is Tech 3 mutagens. Right, so that's going to fill up the fish tanks nice and quick. Maybe we didn't need 3 water life collectors, maybe 2 would have done. Because number go up fast, we're probably going to unlock the next stage of aquarium. And the next stage of aquarium is like the butterfly dome, but it's a globe, so it has to be built in the air. So we'll build it hanging out the side of the other aquarium. Speaking of which, look at us being the little genetic scientist. Now, the problem you may get with these water life collectors is that because the fish eggs are not being collected, they could back up with nothing but fish eggs. Because as we know, the fish eggs are not being collected, and that leaves less room for phytoplankton. So over time, as the phytoplankton are removed and fish eggs spawn, very similar to our extractors, this will all fill up with fish eggs which are not being removed. So we will stop producing phytoplankton, which is kind of why I wanted to build 3 of them, to get as much phytoplankton in the boxes upstairs as possible. So we can just fill all this up and then not really care whether or not the actual collectors get backed up with fish eggs. That's why I did that. Again, we'll just drink and eat. I should have eaten the crap space food. Oh well. This fish is ready. It looks like we're going to be able to replace the crap fish with good crumb fish. So that's good. That'll make number go up. Yeah, we've got 2 of them in here. That's 1. Yeah, we'll replace all the pink fish with blue fish, because blue fish is better. Nice. It's not going to take too long either. Right, what's the next number go up? So we've unlocked everything in the oxygen tree. We've unlocked everything in the heat tree. We've unlocked everything in the pressure tree. Obviously the terraformation tree still has a decent amount to go. 5 TTI extraction platform. As I said, the game is effectively over when you get to 5,000 TI. So we've almost got everything on one screen. T6 backpacks next, that's very close. T4 mutagen, amphibian farm for making froggies, froggy eggs, animal shelter for making mammalian mammals, animal feeder, Tech 2 animal food, and the bye-bye rocket. But of course the biomass thing, I mean, plants is coming along. We've only got 3 more things to unlock in plants. Insects is close. I mean, that's the end of the insect tree right here, which is more froggy eggs. Genetic extractor, T2 beehive, ecosystem. Ecosystem's the thing that produces random larvae. So we will not need any of these or any of these to be made in this anymore, because that will be automatic, and that some of the larvae that the ecosystem produces can be picked up by drones. That's why I made this butterflies box. And what else were we looking at? T2 gas extractor. Very similar to the Tech 3 extractors. It not only has like a larger capacity and mines gas faster, but you can actually tell it which gas you want it to mine. Because this is trying to pull methane, but it's pulling methane and nitrogen and oxygen. So we'll probably do 3 T2, 1 for nitrogen only, 1 for methane only, 1 for oxygen only. That just helps if you're like auto-crafting stuff and you only want methane for whatever reason or something else. And what else is to be unlocked? T2 beehive, T2 butterfly farm, just a better version of the ones we have. And then fish eggs, fish farm generates animals, so that's good. And the rest of it's eggs and T4 jetpack right at the end of the animals tree. So yeah, we have actually started making animals. It's exciting, isn't it? And research. Right, we've got another 2 fish eggs to put in our aquarium. 1 and 2. And do we have another phytoplankton B? Yes, we do. Excellent. Right, fine. Another Tech 3 mute. There we go. And we'll go back upstairs and grab a fertilizer. I can't remember if the other fish eggs are used in a recipe, because eventually we will unlock more fish eggs recipes, and I think they might use the Proveos as the base, because that's the one you can farm from the water things. So yeah, I think we'll maybe hang on to these fish eggs. I was going to stick them in the grinder, but we'll put them here instead. Right, so that'll give us lickety split. Before you even know it, 4 aquariums full of fish, producing a moderate amount of fish. I mean, we're on what, 56 grams a second. We're on 17 kilograms already. Everything we've done with the insects in the whole game is like 2900 grams a second. So it won't take long, if we want, to absolutely spam the hell out of the fish. Where is the Tech 2 fish farm? There it is. Tech 2 aquarium at 42 kilotons of biomass. That might take some time. But before we get to that, we will have unlocked things like the insect spreader rocket, which will obviously multiply all that by like 10 or 20 or whatever. Hey, look at that. We actually rolled a better roll. They got some Ikaru fish. Well, slap my ass and call me Charlie. Hey, we got the chromes, and we got some beautiful multicoloured Ikaru fish. Thank you, RNG. Thank you very much. Well, alright, we don't even have the recipe for those yet, but we rolled them. We like when that happens. Well, we were going to do that desert wreck this episode, but I've just looked at the time, and we've been going for quite some time. We built butterfly farms, we built more butterflies to go in them, we did do that wreck, and then we built an entire new room, filled it with fish farms, farmed up some fish, genetically engineered them, and we've got animals. We've finally got the final bit of terraformation underway. So come back next week, and we will go down there, straight through there, into that wreck with our 3 fusion energy cells and our 1 access card and our food and our water, and we'll see how much more cash we can make. So do come back for that, and do look after yourself until then. I'll see you later.